When they wanted to give him the 10 years, he said no.
I don't know, Charlie. Last time we did, Charlie.
What I know about football or about sports is that as a sportsman, you don't need too much pepper. But Kudus is eating kivo pepper, and he's saying SSA. So wakuma kunyina SSA. Obeyada so go. What do you call no, I start going to kivo gari. Now we have a team.
Who are the best pitch? Pitch. What is pitch? Pitch. Who catch a pitch? Who we also catch a who's a catch a changes in here, you know. Sankoyan in Tama, Nakiabakasa, Kiayan, we're coach.
Are they suggesting that the Angolans were playing in the sky? My brother, they are all footballers. Those they assemble to play against the Black Star are professionals. We assemble our professionals. They all play on the same pitch.
Blah 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 ship. Avienne, yes, star master, 3x4. One for the master, one for the lead, one for the little body crisis, the lead blaster. Blah 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 ship. Avienne, yes, star master, 3x4. One for the master, one for the lead, one for the little body crisis. One for the master is talking to the Ghanaians, and 3 for the everybody, which is moving to the Babylon, to all Ghanaians, even though the president of the Republic of Ghana, he also gets his van to the Babylon system, which is life and prosperity.
Very warm afternoon. Welcome. This is Game Plan on 99.7 Joy FM, hits 103.9 FM. We are streaming live on the My Joy Line website, on TuneIn Radio, on X Spaces, on YouTube as well. Just look for the Joy FM handle. It's exactly 1:28 p.m. inside the studio here. We are on from now till 3 p.m. Show proudly brought to you by Permutations and Betway. My name is Fentuo, Tahiru. Welcome to the show. We've got a lot to cover today, most especially the Black Stars. They have a game 7 p.m. tonight. We will preview that match. When it appeared that all hope was lost and the Black Stars stood no chance of qualifying for the AFCON, somehow Niger have gone and given them a little bit of hope. They lost Sudan, that is. They lost to Niger by 4-0 yesterday. Daniel Sosa, whose mother is Ghanaian, denied another Ghanaian Kwesi automatic qualification to the AFCON, thereby handing Ghana a bit of a slim hope of qualifying to the competition. It doesn't change anything for Ghana. The permutations remain the same. Win your 2 games and hope that Sudan would lose both of theirs. Sudan have lost 1. It's left with Ghana to win their next match and then hope to win again on Monday and hope that Angola would go and beat Sudan. That's what it is. But is it false hope that Niger have given us, Niger themselves have a chance of qualifying. If they could come here to Ghana and get a win, that would take them up to 7 points. And they would hope that Angola would beat Sudan as well, and then that would give them qualification over Sudan. So suddenly Niger also have a chance of qualifying, and that's just what it is. That's the situation. So the Black Stars have their work cut out for them. They have to win against Angola tonight, and then count on a bit of hope, a bit of luck, and a bit of prayer that it would all work out when those last round of matches are played. But will that happen? That's the conversation. What should Otuado do? What lessons, what kind of team, and what kind of expectations do you have for this team in tonight's game? We will have that particular conversation. We'll take you to some of the other qualifying matches. Yesterday, 5 more countries booked their qualification slots. And the slots are filling up quite nicely without Ghana. 24 countries will be at the AFCON next year. That's more than half all the countries on the African continent. Imagine Ghana not being part of that. Even when it was just 16 countries, they were qualifying consistently. Now they can't even qualify with the competition expanded to 24 teams. More than half of the countries on the continent will be at the AFCON. How is Ghana not part of that? Why would Ghana not be a part of that? That's just the situation we find ourselves in right now. So we will look at that and the other AFCON qualifying matches on the continent. But we will also find time to look at that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight and what it all means for those two. 58 years of age, 19 years since he last fought. Mike Tyson is back in the ring tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on your time zone, against a YouTuber, Jake Paul, who has been making a bit of waves for himself, even in the boxing ring. He's fought 10 fights ever since he took up boxing. But is it a mismatch? Is it even healthy for Mike Tyson? We will get to that towards the end of the show. Also, we will try and open up the phone lines for you to call in and let us know what you think of the Black Stars game against Angola tonight and whether you think that we have reason to be hopeful about this particular game. So there's that all to come here on the show. Plus a lot of your messages, which are welcome right now on 055 055 Remember, the show is proudly sponsored by Petrosol and Betway. For Betway, they're saying that if you're ready to get way more chances to win with Betway, this is your chance. Every single day, you have the key to unlock 5 free spins on Mega Money Wheel, where you stand to get to win a massive 1 million Ghana City jackpot. So what are you waiting for? Log into betway.com.gh today and take your spin, all thanks to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. It's regulated by the Gaming Commission. Always bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. And if you're looking for clean quality fuel, look no further than Petrosol. Every drop matters just as every penny counts. Good quality fuel enhances your vehicle performance and reduces maintenance costs. That's why you need to not take any risk. Don't take any risk. Okay, in times like this, all you need is value for your money. So look no further. Drive to the next Petrosol fuel station for your clean, accurate quantity fuel suitable for new technology vehicles. Be a happy customer, fill with smiles, drive more miles, and save some money. Petrosol, your clean, quality fuel in full quantity. Petrosol Platinum Energy, energizing dreams. And the guys are here. Sichofe Philip Achrim is here. Daddy K. Oh, God. Oh, man. Muftawu Nabila will join us as well. But guys, listen. we've got a lot of grounds to cover today, so I don't want to waste too much time. But I hope you're all doing well.
Yeah, man.
You're doing well, huh?
Doing great.
You're doing
Big
good.
day.
Big day.
Yeah, physically I'm very fine, but emotionally, what's all this?
What is?
This
They said they are done. They should have lost yesterday, so that we
So
know.
that we just know that.
I've accepted the team that you've come to.
This hope.
I hate it. Look, I hate it. Like, I absolutely hate this feeling. You understand me? Like, if Sudan just had a draw yesterday, then we would
Then
know
we'll just
our
accept that.
Yes,
No,
our
you see,
fate is
To be
sealed.
frank, I made peace with it the last international.
Me too.
Like, yeah, it's over. Then yesterday's game, the game didn't even start. No, they say 1-0.
1-0.
Somebody started 1-0. I say, hey. Then I started Monday, so I put the game on notification.
Yeah.
So I didn't know part 2. I say, oh, what is all this? Eh? Oh.
It is the hope that kills you.
It's
Now,
the hope
now tonight's game is a serious game. Me, I'd give it
Suddenly,
yeah,
suddenly.
like, oh, what's this?
Oh,
man?
my God.
I even think before Niger took to the pitch to play Sudan, even in the camps of the Black Stars, I think there would have been some players who were just coming to another the call up.
Right,
Not
right.
necessarily to,
Coming for the vibes.
yeah, coming for the vibes and maybe trying to win the 2 games, and they know that like Sudan will get the job done. But of course Ghana will want to win their game, but they didn't really think that going into tonight's game it would mean more than it would have meant yesterday before Sudan took to the pitch. So the dynamics have changed completely.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
But I know the funny thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at the group permutations yesterday before the Niger game.
Mm-hmm.
And if I got, Ghana will be in Niger's shoes. Because it's in their hands.
Yeah.
They did their job yesterday. And if they beat Ghana on Monday, and what we are praying for also happens in the Sudan-Angola game, Niger are the ones who are qualifying. Like, they don't need to. Yeah, we are hoping for the 2 games.
Yeah.
So we're hoping that Sudan will win.
Yeah.
Niger will win. Then we do our job. Then we have to hope again that Angola will. But Niger are just beat who's in front
No,
of
so
them
let's
in the
just
2
say
games.
Niger were also in our situation.
Yeah.
And they've now done one bit of their job. Exactly.
And it's left with the second one.
That's interesting. Listen.
So the whole thing is the Angola hold the keys to the destinies of all these countries now.
Yeah.
Especially for Ghana and Niger, Angola hold the key.
Angola, the way me they eat this soup, dear Charlie.
Luanda,
Charlie, we know them, Charlie.
You know, so far 15 countries have qualified for the AFCON. Yesterday 5 more countries joined the ones that have qualified already. So I'll take you to, actually, this is the thing that I find it really difficult to accept. The fact that more than half of the countries on the continent are going to be at the AFCON. Yeah. And would not be a part of that. Algeria, Equatorial Guinea, Cameroon, Angola, Burkina Faso, Democratic Republic of Congo, Egypt, Morocco, Senegal are all there. They've all made it. Uganda, all of them. Gabon, South Africa, Uganda, they booked their places yesterday, including the Super Eagles. So they're all at the AFCON. And Tunisia have now made it, listen to this, 18 successive AFCON qualifier.
Tunisia. 18. Wow.
18 tournaments in a row.
Is that the longest?
It's a record. Yes, they just extended it.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
And the last time they won was a competition we didn't make.
The one they hosted.
Yeah, 2004.
It's the one they didn't play a qualifying series for.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They hosted it.
Yeah. But apart from that, every tournament for the past 18
Dos Santos.
competitions, they have qualified to every single one of them. That's
a remarkable record. Yeah.
It is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So Nigeria will finish in top 2 despite that draw against Benin yesterday. But it was the result in the other group game, Libya's win over Rwanda, that guaranteed Nigeria top 2 finish. They are unbeaten, but a lot of Nigerian fans were also very unhappy with the performance of the team yesterday. Listen, so Otuado spoke to the press. The press here being Henry Asantuchum, about the game, this evening, and he asked him what he thought about this particular match. He said it would be a difficult game, but it gives us a really big opportunity to breathe fresh life into our very much life support qualifying campaign?
Going to be very, very tight. I know, but I think mentally the boys are ready. Yeah, looking forward for that game. Yeah, it's time for our first victory in this competition, and it's a great chance to keep the chance alive.
To keep chance alive, keep hope alive, and the hope is well and truly alive. Ghana just have 50% of their destiny in their own hands. That 50% is winning 2 of their remaining games. The other 50% will be relying on Angola beating, not drawing over, beating Sudan away from home in the last match of the qualifying series. Now, this is a very tricky situation. Like you've rightly pointed out, it's made the game suddenly have a bit more importance than it did before Niger's game yesterday. But has any of you picked up some of the reasons Sudan lost horribly in the way they did yesterday? Apparently, they had some key players missing here and there. And Niger just had extra motivation from... And nobody understands where they got that from. But Daniel Sosa, whose mother is Ghanaian by the way, grew up here in Accra, scored a hat-trick to deny Kwesi Appiah automatic qualification. I don't know if you managed to see any of that game apart from just the the live score notifications. But it was really crazy. Sudan didn't seem motivated at all.
Well, I won't say they were not motivated, but they were stunned. And like I've spoken to people in the camp. I have friends in there. As you said, they have problems. Sudan's squad is not the biggest of squad. They've got about 13, 14 players that they can work with. And when they lose some of these key players, it affects the way they play. So there is that. But my thinking is the psychology of the Sudanese team going into the game, right? So it was Niger who went into the game without any pressure or whatsoever. For Niger, they had only 1 point going into the game. Nobody expected them to have any hopes of qualifying. So Niger is playing without any pressure or whatsoever going into the game. And they were just going there to enjoy themselves. But for Sudan, I think the moment got to them. You see, sometimes you are torn between winning the game and killing it off, or managing the game and see how the game goes. And if you have your chance, you pick it. Unfortunately for them, Niger got the unexpected early goal. In the first 5 minutes, Niger scored. Now, Sudan, who were favorites coming into the game, had to react and then score and maybe go on and win the game. In trying to do so, the Sudanese team that we've seen them, hold a deeper line, try to build up, at times go long and go on. We saw them against the Black Star, they were going long. We saw them against Angola, they would go long. The Sudanese team that are accustomed to that style now started throwing or committing more bodies forward and stepping up a little more. So when you look at the Nigerian goals that we've seen so far, most of them are, when they've won the ball, they've gone past them, there is space, there's a cross. They had to...
Sosa is very direct.
Very, very direct, right? So the early goal unsettled Sudan, put pressure on them, and I thought maybe they should have stuck to their own style for a longer spell in that first half. Maybe try and play your way. Still stay the way you stay compact and deeper in the first half. See where that takes you. You are good enough to create certain opportunities, even though you've missed a couple of players. But in the end, they tried to get on the front foot early. And in trying to do so, committed bodies forward, left some spaces. And Niger, who were under no pressure on the day and were there to enjoy themselves, found those loopholes and they made them pay.
DK, even for Kwesi Appiah, suddenly he would be feeling nervous. I think before this game, Sudan were in a very comfortable situation. They just needed a point from 2 matches to book automatic qualification to the AFCON. Losing the way they did, and then having to host the last game against Angola at a neutral grounds, mind you, there would be some nerves flying here because Angola, of course, are top of the group, so there are no pushovers.
Yeah, obviously they are not. But to be frank, and Sidra said, it's not like Sudan are blessed with an abundance of quality players. So the quality is obviously limited. And for me, I would have felt that they should have done their job yesterday. I think it was down to, and Sidra has rightly pointed out, it was down to trying to figure out what exactly they wanted from the game, whether the game plan should have been for them to go to win or for them to go out and manage and try and get a draw. And I think they were caught in two minds there. Also, if you watch the first half of the first leg between these two teams, when Niger went to Sudan, Niger really pushed in that first half. In fact, they created some really good opportunities. They could easily have been leading after the first half. It took a while for Sudan to recover. So I'm sure the Nigerians would have gone into that game or went into that game believing that Sudan was very beatable. In fact, it was 1-0 in that first leg. And the chances were... The big chances were shared between the two. Niger created their fair share of chances. Sudan also created their fair share of chances. So it's not like on paper because Sudan are on 7 points and they are riding high in the World Cup qualifiers, it looked like it's a straight and easy win for Sudan. I think Niger would look at that game and believe that they could win, especially after all the gymnastics they had done to push the game to Togo. It was something that they felt they could win, and you could tell from the body language of the players, from the blast of the whistle, they were going to all out to get it. Again, let's not act like Niger are done and they are just playing for playing sake.
Exactly.
They are also playing to qualify, and they know, as I said earlier, what they have to do was to win both games or to win both games in front of them. They've done one, and for me, they would have been looking at that Sudan game as probably the most winnable one amongst the two, or the more winnable one amongst the two. So playing at home or at a neutral ground, whatever it is, against Sudan, get those 3 points, and it will give you the much needed boost when you come to Ghana. That Sudan have gone, they didn't concede a goal. Angola wins, they didn't concede a goal. You met them at a neutral ground, you were able to match them. It is very doable. So for Niger, it's not like they were just coming out to play. They were very motivated, and they are very motivated. They know that they do what is in front of them, win both games. And when you look on paper and anybody is doing their permutations or their calculations, that last round of matches when Sudan is going to Angola is facing Sudan at a neutral venue. That's a more losable game than Sudan against Niger. So if Niger do their part, they can more or less bank on Angola to get the job done, and they will come and beat Ghana. So the motivation level for all the three teams involved, as for Angola, they are done.
Yes.
But for Ghana, for Niger, for Sudan, it is still very doable. And I think that informed the body language that we saw yesterday. It wasn't, and I will not pin Sudan's loss down to complacency. No, Kwesi Appiah is not stupid. No. He knew that, and he knows that Niger also has a chance of qualifying, so they will come all out. It is very difficult trying to figure out what exactly the game plan should be, because there would have been backlash if Sudan had tried to attack, gone against their style, tried to attack from the blast, and then they were punished. So I think he was just trying to do what he's done best, keep it compact, be a bit conservative, try to read the game before you pounce. But unfortunately for him, it was 3-0 at the end of the first half. It was done and dusted before they could even recover.
And so then, what does this mean for the Black Stars? Because I'm sure, as you rightly pointed out at the beginning, they would have been watching last night's game, and they themselves would have been maybe pleasantly surprised at Sudan's defeat, because certainly, I mean, if anything at all, we probably expected that maybe they would get a draw. There are some people that say that this is just prolonged death. You know, it's just like, postponing your destiny, but it's always going to come down. And there's no way that Sudan would lose both of the matches. But you said last week that we've seen crazier things happening in football.
I said it. That football is a funny sport.
A really funny sport. And one part of it has happened. Because certainly, I'm not sure there's anyone in this room or anyone listening to us that saw Sudan losing by 4-0 against Niger.
That's the biggest scoreline in the group.
Yes.
In the
yes.
Right?
No one saw that coming. So suddenly, what do you think would be the conversation in the Black Stars camp right now? Because there is the other issue of whether or not, even if Sudan were to lose both of theirs,
Ghana was good enough to win both of theirs.
There's that.
First of all, Fence, I want to say that I'm not happy with CAF.
Okay.
I'll start from there. Because I don't understand why Ghana should play on a Friday and then play on a Monday. When Ghana could have played on a Thursday or Wednesday, because the international break started from Tuesday. The players arrived in on Monday. There was Tuesday, so they could have played Thursday, traveled back, after the game, and that gives Ghana a better time to prepare for their game against the all-important game against Niger in Accra. So I feel very sorry for Otto Addo and the team. This is no excuse, but it's a genuine concern.
But I also feel like you have a bit more control over your home game. They give you a space, like a time frame.
No, they pick a date and you pick a time.
Yeah,
like the date is there. Am I mistaken?
They give you a frame, so they will say this one is this date, between this day and this day, and you can choose one. So there's Thursday and Friday. I think the prerogative would be for Angola to choose the day of their home game, but the return leg, we could have gone for Tuesday.
Maybe that would have made more sense.
In Accra, we could have gone.
That
for
would
Tuesday.
have
no, but not to cut you, but when they do the scheduling, most of the time, those who play on Thursday play on Monday. Those play on Friday play on Tuesday. That's how it
normally happens.
Spacing. And especially when it involves traveling.
I get your point. I'm also making a point that this is subject to confirmation, but I'm sure we had the choice.
No, I don't think
the
so.
choice comes down to the time. What I know is
they pick the day.
The CAF chooses the day, the dates, and you choose.
Look,
the times.
The last international window, remember the communication we're given.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The game was initially on, I think a Friday.
Yes.
Then they told us that CAF had moved the game to Thursday.
Yes.
We don't.
So you pick. So the time is, I think there's a 1 p.m. kickoff. Mm-hmm. There's a 4 p.m. kickoff, and there's a 7 p.m. kickoff. Mm-hmm. So you choose one of the times. But as for the dates, I think that cancel. That's what I'm not happy with. Whoever is involved in picking Monday on the back of Ghana playing on Friday, I'm not happy with that decision, because then after Ghana's game on Friday today, the game is going to end 9 p.m. and Angola time. Angola is +2, I think. Mm-hmm. So that's like 11 p.m. and then Ghana will have to jet back into the country on Saturday. They can't train. You have any proper training, address any issues from the game on Friday, and then they are back in action.
And then Monday,
2 p.m. in the afternoon. So I just don't like that arrangement. I think it's very unfair and it's not proper. We speak about players playing too many games and getting injured, and this window could have been properly managed for. I
still feel like the Monday. I'm not sure CAF is forcing them to play the game on that Monday. Honestly, that's what I.
Yeah. So I'm saying, whoever is involved in
the last round of matches are played simultaneously.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that one you can't choose. We are all playing on Monday. We all playing at 2 p.m.
And Niger played yesterday. So why didn't we play yesterday?
There's that.
Yeah, we could have played yesterday in Angola. But I mean, away from.
So no, okay. So we can make a conversation around that particular match. This one.
Yeah.
And that maybe the decision to play on
Friday
was more of Angola's rather than ours or CAF's.
So I'm saying that whoever is involved in deciding that Ghana plays on Friday, and then the
team is not helped by it.
It's not proper. It's not proper in my opinion. It's just not right, even for Angola as well. But coming into the game now, look, going into these 2 round of games, Otto said it, and Otto said the last time people were saying that Otto was giving false hopes, and I said that no. As the coach of the Black Stars, that is the least I would have expected him to say. Yeah. I would have expected him to say that his team would do their part and hope that other results go their way. And it's the same thing now as it stands. And like I said, football is a funny sport. The reason why we love football is because it is the most unpredictable sport in the world. And I don't care what anybody thinks. It is the most unpredictable sport. You can't write the script football keeps throwing at us. So now Sudan have lost their game, and then all of a sudden, the stakes of Ghana playing Angola today is higher than it was yesterday. Because, to be frank, had Sudan had anything from the game yesterday, this game would have been Otto trying to win, Otto trying to bring the winning factor back, Otto trying to learn more about his team. But this time around, the mentality going into this game changes completely. Mm-hmm. It is not a routine game anymore. No. There are games where the coach goes in and tries things and takes the risk of, they can lose, but I want to learn what the team can do under these instructions. Yeah. I want to learn what the team can do under these, in this tactic, in these scenarios. But right now, Otto can't think like that. It's a must-win game by hook or crook for Otto Addo. Whereas under another circumstance, it would have been, let's see how they play. Yeah. Let me see their response.
A scenario that buttresses what you're saying is that there would be more outrage tonight if Ghana do not win than there would have been.
Yes, if Sudan had had a result.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because the stakes are higher, and now then begs the question: can these boys, can this team, can the inexperienced coach of the Black Stars, and it's fair to say, because to be honest, his inexperience at this level is still, and there's nothing wrong with being experienced, not his fault. Experience only about the number of times we've done something over a period, so he's not done it for long enough. Can the inexperienced coach, Tawado, even though I think is very talented, and this inexperienced, this team is new, if you ask me, because of the players that are missing, players that are coming in. We are going to see a lot of changes in certain positions. Can they handle this scenario? Right?
The added pressure.
The added expectations. You are Ghana, and it is true you are Ghana. The whole of the whole of Africa is expecting you to be there. But you see, football keeps throwing these things up, and there are two sides to this. It's either this team can't cope with the pressure that is going to come, or Angola themselves are playing against an unknown Black Star team. When I say an unknown Black Star team, Angola could have 2 weeks ago predicted the team. After Otto named the score up, Angola could have predicted the starting 11. Right now, Angola can be in limbo and not be sure what kind of players are playing for the Black Stars tonight, how they are even going to play, because certainly some key players who would have started the game are not there. There is no Thomas, there is no Jiku, there is no Semenyo, there is no Iñaki, which is a great loss in the context of the Black Stars. But if the players who have been called up, or the players who are there, can back themselves up, and then they can show their A game, that could be the surprising factor. And by the time Angola react to what is new with the Black Stars, the game could have been running away from them, like it did for Niger and Sudan. But the big question mark again is, can Otto and his Black Stars manage this pressure, this expectation, this window of opportunity that has been opened to them? Can they slip through that narrow space that has been opened?
At least
by
do
Niger?
your job.
Otto said it 1 month ago. Remember, we had that discussion here. Can they do their job though? Can they do? And you see, they haven't been helped. But you see, if Ghana played yesterday, and then Niger were playing today, the pressure points would have been different.
Right.
It is the knowledge of Sudan's game, the result of Sudan's game, that adds the extra pressure. Key thing before I wrap up: how will Angola approach the game? What is their coach going to do? Is he also going to try new things? Is he going to give opportunity to new players? Is he going to, risk? Not necessarily. Everybody wants to win, but there are games where coaches are like, let's try this. Like I said for Ghana, is he also going to do that? And is that going to be an advantage for Ghana or disadvantage? Because if Otto is planning, Otto will plan for Angola, knowing how they've played throughout the series, knowing his dangerous players. And if all of a sudden we are also being surprised by it, African football is difficult because you don't even get to see the players all the time, So there is that. So we are going into a game of unknowns tonight. We don't know what to expect. We don't even know how Ghana will shape up. We don't know how Angola will shape up. And that is why it makes tonight even more anticipating. And look, it be some way because I
actually think I think I read somewhere that Angola are also missing some key players.
They actually didn't call some. They actually are. It's like Egypt. Egypt said Salah, don't come. We are through. So rest and prepare for the.
So Angola did same.
Yeah.
And that's why I think Ghana will win. I'm just going to put it out there. I think we'll win. If the going gets tough, we'll get penalty.
Charlie, to be someone else. And they sweat some because Charlie pressure never tough.
Then we'll win. Don't worry.
Have to win. We need to. Like
I think we'll win.
See, Bogali, first of all, nobody asked you what you think about the game. Nobody asked you to give prediction. Don't do that.
Whether we'll qualify is another matter, but I think we'll beat Angola. I mean, to be fair, okay. Look, Daniel, the last time we played against Angola, it was Chris Hughting. We fell behind. Away.
Yeah.
In Luanda. So it's not like we've not exactly. It's not like we've not played there. We've not dealt with that
last
atmosphere.
Year around this time.
Yeah. It's not like
was African qualifier.
AFCON.
The last round. No. Yeah. Last match one.
Ghana.
No, last round we played there and came here.
No, not them. For them, we had.
Yeah.
That was the penultimate game in Angola. Then we came to play the last game.
We came to play the last game against Central African Republic.
Inaki Williams said that.
No.
Semenyo's late goal.
Semenyo's late goal.
Calm down. It was Kudus and Nyama who scored.
Okay.
We went
They
behind.
scored us first.
Yeah,
Kudus scored a free
that's
kick.
true.
Then Nyama scored.
That's right.
That was the last game. I was there. I did commentaries. That's how I remember vividly. Listen, DK. So I was gonna say that it's not like this group of players don't necessarily know what it's like to play in Luanda in front of all that crowd and what have you. But when you look at the players that are available now, Sicho mentioned we could have some surprise, bring some surprise elements. Who are our secret weapons in this match, in your opinion? When you look at the squad, you watch them train. Where could we look to for a bit of magic?
It's a very difficult question. Why?
I watched 7 people train. No, but Fent, even before I answer your question, I had an issue with the squad announcement, even the original squad announcement.
Okay.
With the forwards. Look, we've not scored a goal all the entire duration of the qualifiers. 4 matches, we've not scored a single goal.
No, we scored 1.
Against Niger.
Niger.
Yeah, against Niger. So 4 games, 1 goal.
No win.
But obviously, goals are a problem now. We thought we are taking a huge step forward after the last round of World Cup qualifiers.
We thought defending was the problem.
Defending was now the problem. Now we've gone 4 games, we scored only 1 goal. But when you look at the forwards that have been called, the forwards that were called originally, for me, we have only 1 center forward. Somebody who, when he's given the task to be a center forward,
there's only one capable.
Yes, no, he stays in the ball. I'm not talking about whether he's capable. I'm talking about the style. He at least sticks in the box as compared to the rest. And that, in my opinion, is Jordan. I think, yes, he likes to drop deep, but most of the time when the chances are coming, he's in the box. Inyaki's movement is very. He loves to move around. He's not going to stick in the box and wait for crosses. And I thought we needed a certain profile of striker, somebody like Brandon, BTA, somebody who sticks in the box. Yes, somebody who sticks in the box, who can lash onto the chances that will arrive. This thing of nice interplay, dropping deep, late runs into the box. Sometimes just go back to what is traditional and what works, because we've done it throughout the qualifiers and we are struggling. And when Iñaki pulled out, when Semenyo pulled out, when Joseph Pinso pulled out, we had at least Osman Ibrahim pulled out. There were 4 attackers or 4 forwards who pulled out. And I thought that was an opportunity for us to at least get a recognized striker or call up a recognized striker in there. You never know what will happen. Like, for me, this is how I'm thinking. Obviously, Jordan is captain, so he's starting. If Jordan starts and things are not working, what are you going to do?
Right.
Like, which other number 9 is on the bench? What other option do you have? So if Jordan doesn't have a good game in the first 50, 60 minutes and Jordan needs to come off,
who is coming?
It means we are going to go false 9.
Or when you need to go, you want to add another striker.
To Jordan.
Throw another man in the mix.
What are you going to do? And for me, it's an issue because we have too many players who can play between the lines, spaces. They like dropping deep, but we don't have raw, proper goal scorers, and that is an issue. Look, Osman Bukari, he knows where the pool is, but he can also be very frustrating. He's one of those players that if he plays 60 minutes, it's not working. He's coming off. He's not somebody that you stick with for the whole 90 minutes.
Right.
He's also a good impact sub. But when I'm looking at, apart from Osman, apart from Kudus, apart from Jordan, who can get us goals, like who are instinctive enough to go for that shot when it's necessary, the rest of them, we don't get to. Like, when you look on the bench, you look at the squad that has been called up.
We don't have goals in the team.
We don't have goals in the team. And for me, that's what I'm afraid of. Because, look, we saw the Sudan game where we played really well, created really good chances, still were not able to score. What is the how can you guarantee me that this won't happen again in this Angola game where right now the 11th of November stadium, the pitch is proper? He was complaining about the pitch when we face Angola and Kumasi. This one, the pitch is very good. So if we play well again and we create the opportunities, where are the goals going to come from? And for me, that's an issue. yes, guys dropped out. Even the ones who have come in, how many forward players did he even did Otto select to replace the rest? It was Osman Bukari.
So Osman Bukari is, if you like, a direct replacement for Joseph Pinso. So Inaki William was replaced by. So the replacements were. Let's look at the
maybe
replacements. Ransford.
Yeah,
Ransford from his direct replacement. Maybe if you want to use him as a wide player, then Osman Ibrahim. Maybe, but even that, I don't think his best position comes in the wide area.
Yeah.
So if you look at Inaki and then Semenyo, for where Otto has used them, there were no direct replacement for them because there's Force Namankwa who came into the squad and he's a midfielder. We know he's
just
plays
literally
deeper.
Just two forward players. So Osman Bukari and Ransford. That's all. Force Namankwa, Teriyegbe, Ebenezer Annan, Kingsley Shin. These are not forward guys, but we lost four forward players. So the recall, the players they called to. It didn't necessarily address.
It doesn't balance the squad.
It didn't address the talents that we lost.
And for me, did we have some players we could have called to replace these guys?
I think so.
Brendan Asante.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think he's
injured or anything. Otherwise, they would have mentioned it.
It's for me, it's problematic, honestly. Yeah. Like, obviously, this season he's not been banging the goals like what he was doing last season. But the point is the profile.
Yeah.
The point is somebody who can stick in the box. You never know when you need to go route one, when you are swinging crosses. And we saw it in the game against Sudan.
Yeah, when he came on.
Wide players, balls swinging in, but there was nobody there to put the ball, to connect to him. So for me, I don't think we've addressed some of the glaring problems that we saw offensively that we've seen throughout these qualifiers in the sort of players that we've called up. And that's why I think that even if we may get the plan right today, the result will be a bit difficult to look. Today's one of those days that we need to be praying that like Kudus has one of those days that
today's a win by hook or crook.
The spirit just descends on him and everything
by
he's
hook
doing.
Or crook.
Like,
you have to win
because it's tough. It's really, really tough. Let me even go back to that game, the World Cup qualifiers when we faced Central African Republic. The one Jordan scored a hat-trick. That game I was watching it and I was like, if Jordan didn't score the hat-trick, who was going to come on and play in the mood? Because it was very obvious that Otuado wanted a center forward who could hold up play, who could link up.
Yeah.
The rest of them are very different from him. Iñaki is extremely like he's the opposite of Jordan. His movement is off the ball is way better than Jordan. Jordan likes stick it to feet. Let me hold it up. Let me link somebody. And again, if that is the plan from the off and it's not working because of the player's inability, not because the plan doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Who can come off the bench to replace him and do that job? And for me, Charlie,
maybe today's eventually the day where his Nyama experiment starts because we've seen him use. You say it?
He said today is when it might work out.
Yeah, because we've seen him use him in funny positions, and today of all and like Danny said, like the attackers we lost through the injuries and the personal reasons.
Yeah,
we've not necessarily called out players to replace them. So you look at Osman Bukari is probably like for Joseph Pinto. Cornish Dolpha is not like for anybody who missed out. You want to liken him to Osman Ibrahim? No, it doesn't work. Inaki? No, it doesn't work. Semenyo? No, it doesn't work. Then we called Abu and then Foster Namankwa. Those two are very different from all the attackers because it was like 4 attackers that we lost in there. So all of a sudden we are short or we are light in attacking position, in attacking areas, and maybe more bogged up in the middle of the park. But the problem that has confronted the Black Stars in 2024 has been getting the ball in the back of the net. So that's the big problem.
Fair enough. This is Game Plan on 99.7 Joy FM, hits 103.9 FM. A reminder that we have the Joy Prime Made in Ghana Fair happening right now at the Good Park. That is just the that space under the pedestrian bridge at the Accra Mall. It's got lots of activity, lots of people there who are displaying their goods, made in Ghana goods here and there, from food to clothes to shoes to bags to everything. So do stop by. It's on from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day. It started yesterday. It's ongoing today. It will be there tomorrow. It will be there on Sunday as well. So do stop by at the Accra Mall and experience all of that. We will take a very short break here. And then when we come back, we wrap up on the Black Stars conversation, take a few phone calls, and then move into boxing. This is Game Plan. But up next, Showbiz News Flash.
Kofi Hayford here with Showbiz News Flash, powered by Joy Entertainment. Jamaican songstress Spice has finally touched down in Ghana today, leaving citizens of Beam Nation in an ecstasy. Stonebwoy personally welcomed Spice at the Kotoka International Airport ahead of Sunday for their video shoot for Jiggle and Wine of Stonebwoy's recently released Up and Running album. On the other hand, reggae icon Rocky Dawuni, who has been nominated for the Best Global Music Performance at the Grammys for his song Rise, says he's positive about winning the award. Rocky says on a scale of 1 to 10, he's tipping a 10 for himself to bring the award home next year. It seems Sean Combs, aka Diddy, will be in trouble for a long time. Guess what? Apart from awaiting trials for sexual trafficking charges, one DeWitt Gilmore in the US is currently accusing Diddy of an armed confrontation in 1996 and is suing Diddy for $5 million. That's all for now on Showbiz News Flash, powered by Joy Entertainment. Do visit Joy Entertainment's social media pages and myjoyonline.com for more. I am Kofi Hayford, Joy Entertainment. We are large and in charge.
Joy 99.7 FM.
When budgets are tight and money difficult to come by, you want to be sure you get the best value for your money. These are not times to be spending money fixing expensive engine problems because of cheap fuel and lubricants. Drive to a petrol source station today and buy your quality fuel and lubricants, and rest assured of fuel that lasts long and lubricants that prevent expensive engine problems. Hear the sound. Petrosol, clean fuel in full quantity.
A child who will live long needs no charm. Nana Sase, the writer king who sips communion wine from the calabash, invites you to Mental Pictures 8, a colorful night of literary renditions and cultural expressions dubbed Bejina Reloaded, the child who will stay. Date 22nd November 2024. Venue La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Time 6 p.m. Secure your seat with 100 Ghana cedis and experience this night of Ghanaian and African folklore embodied in poetry, dance, music, and your best imagination. Call 0244-924932 for tickets and all enquiries, or purchase your tickets on short code *365 *88 *539#. Sponsors: Ghana Export Promotion Authority.
Media partners: Channel 1 TV, Hits FM, Joy FM. Partner: Labari Beach Hotel.
This event is powered by Asase Inscription, Ghana's first literary coaching agency and cultural consultancy.
Joy 99.7 FM.
Welcome back to Game Plan on 99.7 Joy FM, Hits 103.9 FM, proudly sponsored by Petrosol, Platinum Energy, and Betway. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. But let me tell you about Electromart Black Friday as well. Get ready for Electromart's Black Friday weekend deals where you can shop big and win even bigger. For this month of November, only every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at every Electromart shop, you can buy one item and get 3 more absolutely free. Electromart is offering mind-blowing discounts of up to 80% on all your favorite electronics, appliances, mobile phones, and gadgets. Yes, you heard that right. Up to 80% off. Plus, get vouchers worth up to 5,000 Ghana cedis and enjoy free instant gifts with every purchase. It's the ultimate chance to save and win big on brands like Samsung, LG, Brom, Philips, Infinix, Techno, Black & Decker, and so much more. So what are you waiting for? Visit any Electromart shop or call us on 0800 100 247. Also shop online at electromart.com.gh. This Black Friday, head to Electromart and experience unbeatable deals on everything you love. Remember, terms and conditions apply. Electromart, your world of electronics. Also, there's this summit coming up. Attention, all audit professionals. Sapient and Vision, a division of Innovair Limited, invites you to the Internal Audit Leadership Summit 2024. Join us on November 27 and 29, or November 27 to 29th at the Aqua Safari Resort at Ada. This year's theme is Strategic Leadership in Internal Audit, Driving Organizational Excellence in a Volatile Environment. Connect with industry leaders and enhance your leadership skills. Secure your spot for 15,000 Ghana cedis. Group discounts are available for 3 or more registrations from a company. Your package includes accommodation, 3 square meals, summit materials, and access to recreational activities. You can register at auditleadershipafrica.com or call the following numbers: 0572 760 472, 0572 760 472, and of course you can register with that. Now, also, Chopbox Technologies, the pioneer of student-focused plastic boxes in Ghana, announces a brief delay in delivering your highly anticipated school boxes due to recent changes in school start dates for Form 1 students. We recognize the importance of these boxes to students and parents and sincerely apologize for any inconvenience. Our team is working tirelessly to ensure every school box meets the highest standards of durability, quality, and safety. Due to overwhelming demand, we are making every effort to fulfill all orders as quickly as possible. And as a token of your appreciation for your patience, each order will now include a free water bottle, ideal for students' daily use. To our valued pre-order customers, thank you for your trust. We are still accepting pre-orders, and we encourage new customers to secure their spots as orders are fulfilled on a first-come, first-served basis. Deliveries will begin within the next 10 working days, reaching schools, vendors, and residents nationwide through our delivery partner FedEx. Customers can call 0308 04 1000 0308 04 1000 to pre-order for one. Thank you for your continuous support and understanding as we bring you a product you can rely on. This is a lovely message from our CEO, Casey Owusu, and you can email him at info@chopboxonline.com. All right, so that's that. All right, like I said, so we'll wrap up on the conversation with the Black Stars, but I want to take you to Good Park at the Accra Mall. That's where Michelle Ajakum is standing by with a few updates. Oh, that's a lot of noise. Switch off Philip Achrim. You can't hear your baby girl.
Over there.
Thank you.
Talk to Sicho. Talk to Sicho.
Michelle.
Yes, baby boy.
Hey, how's it going over there?
So everything here is fantastic. I mean, beautiful products made in Ghana right here, from clothes to food, and even the amazing. In fact, I just came down from a test drive I had with Drive EV So they are displaying their electronic car, a car that doesn't run on fuel, and it's amazing. I mean, the interior is beautiful. Everything here is super, super amazing, and people are coming in to check out the things right here. There's local rice, and trust me, this is what I call the biggest pre-sale before Christmas, okay? Because everything here is heavily discounted. So, like for rice that you would have bought in town for about 100 Ghana cedis, when you come here to the Joy Prime Made in Ghana Fair, you can get it for as low as 80 Ghana cedis. So, how cool is this? And later in the day, we're going to have the happy hour session. That's where we're going to do a lot of music, some grills. In fact, I'll be grilling some chicken and meat here. So you and the boys need to pass by,
no,
right?
We'll be there after
and
the
while
show.
You enjoy that, we're also watching the Ghana Match Ahead at 7 p.m.
Hey,
make provision for that.
So people can come and watch the Ghana game day.
Of course.
That's fantastic.
While you watch the game, I'll be grilling some chicken and meat for you all, and there'll be a lot of things.
We'll be there. Big Chef is grilling. We'll be there.
We'll be there.
Oh, you have to come.
We'll be
you
there.
have to come. Come along with the boys. Let's have a what do you call it? A happy ending. After we watch the Black Stars game, whether they win or not, we are going to chill.
Happy ending, happy hour, happy ending. And I'm particularly looking forward to Sunday. That's where Sicho will come and cook the tozafi there. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know on Sunday I'm cooking as well. So Charlie, we go crush for Sunday too.
I'll be your partner.
My Joy Sports. You're abandoning us.
I'm abandoning Joy Sports. Wherever Michelle is, I'm there.
Sell out.
All right, Michelle, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, sure. Michelle Ajekum, live from the Joy Prime Made in Ghana Fair, where lots of activity, lots of Made in Ghana products on display. Is at a good park. You see, Accra Mall, the small park that you see around the pedestrian bridge, that's what they call it. They call it Good Park now. I don't know who named it Good Park, but that's what it is. It's what it is. So you can pass by. And we are on there today, tomorrow, Sunday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. every single day. Let me take a few messages and then I'll take some phone calls. I told you that I want to hear from you. Guys, whether some of you sleep at different places, so I want to know what you have seen, whether you think we are going to qualify. Muftawu and Nabila have the lie.
Yeah, we will qualify.
We are qualifying.
I don't know what the Malam is saying, but we might qualify.
So the phone lines, I just announced them and read messages along as well. You can call our WhatsApp number on phone. Okay, call that on a regular call 055-1111-997. So you can call that one or send me a WhatsApp message. You could also call 0302-216-541. 0302-216-541. And then let's have a conversation about what you think will happen today. But I've got messages here on the WhatsApp line. This message says, this is from D. D says, my 5-point plan was simple. All 5 said sack Ket, arrest Ket, jail Ket, and bath. Thinking about it, Charlie, whoever comes next might be worse. And this is because of the archaic and ancient system of running football we've allowed the so-called football people to put in place. Until we sit down and put more progressive policies and structures in place, forget it. We will celebrate one good victory followed by horrible performances and results. Ghana, a country where conflict of interest is never a concern. And then he ends with, Sue. All right. Let's go to the phone line. I have my first caller. Your name and where you're calling from?
Emmanuel,
yeah, Emmanuel, talk to me.
Okay. So we are in the group which contains Sudan and Niger. And after 4 matches, now we are hoping to get our first win. Sorry to say, but we don't have any business in Morocco. After this symbolic performance, I don't think we even deserve to be there at the first place. And as for Sudan, you just need 1 point out of these 2 matches. If you fail, I think Sudan to fire Kosiata with immediate effect.
Fair enough, Emmanuel. Thank you very much. I mean, Emmanuel does make a compelling point, doesn't he? After a group with Niger, Sudan, Angola, after 4 matches, we're still looking for our first win, and we want to go to the AFCON. To go and do what exactly? Okay. Let me take more messages. Lots of them have come in here as well. But let me go back to the phone line and read the messages. Hello, your name and where you're calling from?
Good afternoon. This is Ajima Joseph from Tonight, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, this is great discussion, great contribution. For this game, now the purpose of this game has changed entirely. We are not playing for fun. We are playing for points. But the issue is, once you are having problem of substitution or who is to come and change who when there's a need, then this game should be won in the first half. The striker, Jordan Ayew, the captain, those who are leading us now for the first half should make sure that they kill the game. Then when they get tired and there's a need for change, those who are coming will just come and support to keep that score line to end the game. So I think we are in the race now, and what Otto Addo need to do is to go in for win but nothing. And after this one, it is 2 headers. After this header, then we hope for the best the next game.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. This message says, I would love for Ghana to be at the AFCON, but not at the expense of the reset that we keep postponing. For Ket and his people to come and gaslight us that Ghana football is on track. If we somehow manage to squeeze into this AFCON party, Angola should kill us tonight. Hashtag finish them. What what's the message? Need Tojo. Okay. In Tama says, Ghana Sports, let's go basic. You see, okay. All right, let's go basic. All right, we'll go back to the grassroots. This message says that Angola may not be approaching the game with too much seriousness, but the same thing can and will happen when they play against Sudan. So the poison that was meant to kill us turned out to be slow poison. The truth is we will die, whether sooner or later. Right in East Legon with that message. Let's go back to the phone lines now. Your name and where you are calling from?
I'm calling from Chinungo.
Yes, go ahead.
Like what your previous caller said, we are in a group with Sudan and Niger, and we are struggling to just win a game. And we want to qualify to the AFCON. Sometimes I don't know. Anytime we qualify to the AFCON, it's just an avenue for people to make money, to milk the state. Recently, I was reading a newspaper and I heard South African FA. The presidents have been arrested for just $12,000.
71,000.
And look at the amount of millions of dollars we waste in this country. We go to an AFCON. I don't know. The AFCON we went earlier this year. Did they come out with a breakdown?
Yes, we spent around 3.5 million.
Just imagine. And the one who even won the competition, how much did the country get? Hello. The country who won the competition,
the AFCON prize money.
Yeah, AFCON prize money.
I think the AFCON prize money is now a lot of it's $7 million. Yes.
And we won. We left at the group stage, and we wasted about $3 million. So what are you going to the AFCON for?
So for you, we should not qualify. We should just come home.
Qualify. It's just a waste of money.
All right, fair enough. Thank you. You've made your point. Tatata says, he says his name is Tatata. Okay. Chairman, an unknown Blasters team with the same Otoado. Why? Angola draw or home win against Ghana. And Sudan, Niger draw away against Ghana. Put your last on it. That's an interesting one. That's Nana Kwesi with that message. And this one says, hi, Fent, the current GFA. It says, I think that the current GFA are just talkers who are square pegs and round holes. How on earth are you owing referees who define the integrity of the game for 5 months and you jump on the populist bandwagon of VAR? Do the so-called football people really understand our football issues? As for the Blasters with their first team loss in Kumasi against this highly technical Angola side, how rational is it that this depleted team can do the magic in Luanda? Citizen Sika Togo from University of Ghana. Let's go back to the phone line for our penultimate call. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, Nana.
Yes, Nana, go ahead.
So, is there any feedback regarding the guy who had the stupid issues?
Yes, so yesterday he had a meeting with the university. The university called him into a meeting to see how they could assist him. And according to him, they said they would have another meeting on Monday. And then from that meeting, he would know whether the school is going to pay for all of it or part of it or what sort of help they will extend to him. So we are following it very closely.
Thank you.
Yes.
So what is Ghana sports ministry? What are they doing about it?
We have not heard from them. Even we've tried to reach them. They've not gotten back to us.
Thank you. The reason why some of us do not want the Black Stars to progress, not because we hate the players. So if they were my brothers, and I would love it. But you see, the manner in which the same sports ministry, they will put some agency on the Black Stars. And the people who didn't come, look at how swift they were, organizing for passports, money, it involves money to bring in new players. How many weeks ago when you spoke to this guy on air, how many weeks ago? It's the same ministry we are saying that they are on a campaign season. It's the same ministry, but they can arrange for new players to come in as soon as possible. But they can't deal with this for another Ghanaian who won't go for us up to now. And you tell me that is what? You say that I should pray that the Black Stars will progress. No, you can't treat same athletes as trash. And when they win gold, you want to share in the glory. And when it's time to do the little things for them, you contribute very little for their progress from the beginning. They'll go through their own way, struggle, they'll win gold for us, you share in the glory, and when it's time to do the little things for them, then you'll be speaking grammar to me that you're on campaign, as if you don't know. But when it's the Black Stars, that one day we don't know campaign. Oh, that one day we will get the money wherever it is. I'm sorry, the Black Stars, I love the guys, okay? I don't hate any of them. But these people that we are doing this into, they are also Ghanaians. And they are even winning goals for Ghana more than the Black Stars are even doing. So look at how we treat them. Look at how we treat them. And you want me to go and support Black Stars? Hell no. Hell no. We are not going anywhere. We are not buying now. This thing, I come on here interview anyway. Quick. The ministry will pick it up. Settle this issue. How much have the Black Stars taken for winning bonus? How much are they taking for appearance fee? It's not even up to the money this guy is asking for. But let Black Stars win today. Their winning bonus will be paid. But now I'm sure since someone arranging for the appearance fee. And this guy needs how much? How much does he need? What kind of a country are we living in? Are we that fucked up?
Okay, thank you. Wow. Yeah. I fully understand his passion. I fully understand his passion. And he spoke passionately. He spoke passionately. Wow. Okay. That's the. I think that's it. That's what it is. So we won't take. We won't take any more phone calls. We won't take any more phone calls.
Fence. The Black Stars game today.
By the way, apologies for the language. The guy was very furious, but he was fuming, so he kind of lost it a little bit. But
kids are listening. Kids,
children are listening.
Kids are listening.
So apologies
in
for
class.
That.
So I apologize.
But I think I heard him say fudge. Fudge is normal.
That's what you heard.
Yes, fudge.
Okay. That's fine.
More like.
Sicho, you were saying?
I'm saying that today's game, I wonder if the players who pulled out, with the knowledge now that Ghana has they
have wished.
I'm just imagining.
They pulled out due to injuries, or they just pulled out for personal reasons. Apart from one player.
No, one player has a personal reason,
yes.
Right? And the others, the injuries. Okay, I don't know the injuries Semenyo has. Iñaki Williams had the injury before the final game.
He didn't play that weekend.
He didn't play that weekend leading to the break. So you can understand the injury. But I've always said this, that for a lot of players, the last international window to the end of the year, around this time of the season, they are playing with a lot of minor injuries. These are not injuries they can't play games with. Mm-hmm. So they would have picked up injuries from games they played at the start of the season, through international break and everything. They'll be playing through painkillers, through injections. So in this period,
it's a minor knocks.
For the final stretch going into the second round of the season, some of them find it a good period to deal with these injuries with the almost 2 weeks break that they have. Okay. So some of them can properly attend to it, have light trainings, no game over the weekend, no game in midweek. So we are likely to see,
use it as a recovery period.
Yes, so we are likely to see Osman Ibrahim, Iñaki Williams, Antoine Semenyo all return. It doesn't mean they were not. See, I want to say.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It doesn't mean that they lied and they didn't just turn up. There are degrees of injuries. So there are some injuries we know you'll be out for a year, 2 months, 3 months, and there are injuries that are just uncomfortable to play with. But you'll be on pills, you'll be on injection, and you manage the injury. So this period is a period maybe they would have thought that, look, to have a stronger season, let me deal with this minor injury I'm carrying now. And by the time the international break is over, you see a lot of them return to their clubs and then play games. And I'm wondering if they knew what we know now, would they have gone through that pain barrier and would they have still risked, coming to play for the Black Stars? If indeed the injuries they are carrying are these minor injuries that they want to deal with. But well, the players that have turned up have to do their job, and we desperately need them to do their job. So yeah, we hope that they get the job done.
They need to.
Yeah, fair enough. Listen, we have live commentary of that game at 7 p.m. tonight. So if you're driving home, you're stuck in traffic, tune in. We'll update you. We'll let you know what exactly is going on. Keep the team in the prayer, and hopefully something positive will come out of it. This is Game Plan 99.7 Joe FM. Listen, within the week, a story came out that the Ghana Football Association owes referees as much as 5 months.
5 months, yeah.
Hey, no, weeks the other day. 5 months. Yeah. Danike, 5 months salary or allowances, whatever you want to call them, for referees. You pay referees 1,000 Ghana cedis per match. And you say, you praise yourself at a committee sitting and say that you are over delivering because it is way more than anything they were earning when you first when you came into office. Fair enough. That's this FA. But then 5 months have gone by and someone raised that point. And the men who are supposed to maintain the integrity of our league have not been paid for 5 months. 5 months is 5,000 cedis. Wait, is it not? I don't even say it's not even monthly. So in those 5 months, let's even say in those 5 months you officiated 5 games. Yeah. They owe you 5,000. But let's say that you have officiated an average of 2 games per month. They probably owe you 10,000. Yeah. A referee is a professional in another field. Refereeing is not their full-time job. So they've earned salary somewhere and they've used their money to invest into the Ghana football ecosystem as officiating. For you to reinvest the money, you've not paid them for 10 months. For 5 months. I don't understand how we get ourselves in these sorts of situations. Muftawu, I thought, initially when I saw the story, I thought it was a joke.
No, it is not a joke. It's actually very true. And in fact, I've had conversations with many referees, some of them, where sometimes I don't understand why they cannot speak out. Because if you're owed, you're owed. Go to the Football Association and demand for your money. But it is always interesting to see that these referees would rather hide behind journalists and tell them that we have not been paid, we've not been paid. And as you rightly mentioned, it is not fair on these referees that the money that's supposed to be given to them by the Ghana Football Association for officiating matches in the Ghana Premier League doesn't come. When the FA says they give them 1,000 cedis, well,
per game. And that's supposed to take care of their transportation, hotel.
But it would interest you to know
even
that
if you are traveling,
the referees were on 850 Ghana cedis.
Yes.
So if I was on 850 Ghana cedis and you come to add 150 Ghana cedis, and in fact that 850 Ghana cedis, you were going to be reimbursed every single penny you spent, your transportation, your accommodation, everything would be reimbursed plus the 850 Ghana cedis that is being paid to you for officiating a game in the Ghana Premier League.
So that was your allowance for officiating the match.
That's your allowance for officiating the game.
But the cost of your every other thing is taken care of.
It's taken care of by the Ghana Football Association.
Then these ones come and add
said,
150.
We've added 150 Ghana cedis.
But then,
but the major challenge here is the money doesn't come. That's the major challenge. Once in a while they try to clear it, but if you allow the officials to go for 5 months, as someone said, these are the people who are supposed to protect the integrity of your competition. If I come there and you hear sometimes I remember some officials went to a venue, I don't want to mention the name of the venue, and they were given 300 Ghana cedis each for transportation to go back to their clubs. No one told me, the referees themselves told me. They were given 300 Ghana cedis to go back. That's their transportation. If the FA had given them the money that they are supposed to take, I'm not too sure this time.
Why is a club have them 300 cedis to take?
But the person supposed to pay them is not paying.
Exactly. The work he's doing, maybe he's a teacher. The teacher, no, his monthly salary is what?
Like 1,008 or something.
That one too is delaying. So
government splits it into two. So they split it into two and pay. But I think it's a major problem. I listened to Tofik say that the FA is in hard times and Ghanaians should understand. But
when they're increasing, FIFA is increasing subventions, so they are in hard times.
And the FA is in hard times.
So they are not getting.
Hold on. Wait, Muftawu. What kind of hard times?
I'm not at the FA. Tofik said they are in hard times. If they are in hard times.
You said Tofik said.
Yes.
Well, when you said that last one, you said the FA are in hard time. I thought you were not quoting Tofik.
No. I'm actually quoting Tofik. But as I mentioned,
is it possible they are in hard times?
It's possible.
How?
Wait, my question is.
Because FIFA is not hard times.
The
and
president,
they get their money from FIFA.
The president and Tofik and Co, are they getting their monthly salary?
Oh, they're getting their salary.
Then it's a non-starter.
Okay.
Bottom line.
So friend, the FIFA subvention that comes in is meant for a purpose. You and I know this.
Yes, paying
a chunk of it goes into administrative expenses,
including the salaries. That is what.
But that does not include that of the referees.
No, it can include. No, that's what I want to see. It
doesn't include, but it can include.
No, so, okay.
You decide.
You decide what administrative.
It can include.
You decide what administrative. Administrative
expenses
are.
Yeah.
You decide.
Yes.
So let's not go there. Yeah. You say we are not talk. You talk no way.
They are not in hard times.
They are not
in hard times.
No, I think they can find a way around it. They should be able to fix it.
The reason we make noise about this is that we know what this means. Okay, that look, if someone is corrupt, it doesn't matter how much money you give them. They are corrupt. They are corrupt. There's evidence everywhere. When people are greedy, no amount of money will satisfy them.
Oh yeah, that's true.
However, when you also leave them hungry,
circumstances can force them.
Yes. You understand.
Like the referees who took the 300 series.
Let me tell you something. About
like you won't take.
Let me tell you something about why, as a society, we keep failing.
Yeah.
We don't put anything into context.
No.
Ghanaians as a people, there is a way we treat visitors. There is a way we receive foreigners.
Yeah.
It normally comes in givings.
Even reception.
Yeah. The fact that somebody is a referee doesn't mean that if the person travels to Doma and the person comes to my town, I won't try as a Ghanaian player the way we
to make him feel comfortable.
If you go to other places, nobody even knows you are in town. Nobody even cares you are in town.
I appreciate this context.
They don't even know.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not bribery. It's just the way we are as a people.
Yes.
But that culture also has a way, I should say, has a way of giving you a soft spot for the hospitality that somebody has done you.
What it does is that it corrupts your integrity.
It corrupts it. Yeah. It's a natural thing. Now the only way you are able to take people or put people in a bubble and then get them out of that culture will not change.
No. Offering people who come, it won't change.
It will not change.
Yeah.
You come, give you nice hotel, it give you. If they go away, give you money, say, Charlie. So that is how we are as a people.
Yeah.
Like
you culturally, visit somebody, you are leaving, they want to give you money.
They want it be natural. It be sunny at here. So let's not do ourselves like. The only way to bubble the referees out of that is to provide their needs
way ahead of time.
You have to provide their needs to the brim, so that when the referee is going to officiate a game, the referee won't reach the town and be looking for a hotel. The referee has the hotel booked and is going to check in.
Yes.
When the game is done, the referee won't be looking for which car or which bus is joining. That has been arranged. Because look, I've covered the Premier League for 4 years. There are times where referees have to join the production team's bus to the game and from the game.
Can you imagine?
You are going to cover the game at Sugakofe in Wafa. You know where the Wafa place is.
Yes.
After games, if your referee doesn't join, you won't get a car. No car comes there. Who comes there? That place is there someplace. Who come there? If the referee doesn't join a bus from that place to town,
or a benevolent person who is driving,
yes, and that person could easily be a club administrator. So the club administrator might not necessarily be somebody from the two teams that have played from another club, but because the person was nice to you,
yes,
and has taken you are establishing a relationship.
Yeah.
So what the FA has done is to continuously expose these gentlemen to conditions that makes them
susceptible to corruption.
Yeah.
So you will see somebody giving a referee 300 cedis. It's on tape, it's on video. And hey, some of them are corrupt. Some of them, they give it to them to do specific things.
Yes.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who genuinely give. Because in the drive in V8, the referee, they work for the roading body. He picked the referee, drop the referee for station. Charlie, for transport.
Oh, and he's in the system, so he knows the referee has no money.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They know. For transport. Oh, boss, thank you very much. Catch. This is what we keep doing. And that is why, look, and for our referees, I have serious respect for them. But the truth is, we are running a very poor league. Our referee education is not the greatest. But these young men have dreams of going to the level of CAF, to the level of FIFA.
Yeah.
But
the system, level.
The system, he be there right now. He be the big man. Yeah. But the system we are running is denying these people the opportunity, because everybody in Africa knows that Ghanaian referees are no good.
There's that. I mean, the reputation speaks for
itself. They know, but they see our games on TV, they see our games on social media, they see the decision they make. I mean, people think when you post things on YouTube and things, only Ghanaians like,
it's a worldwide thing.
Everybody knows that our referees are not good, and if your referees are not good, it's from the FA. And sometimes it's not because of their inability on the job. It is because you've not provided them the environment. Oh, Charlie,
and in fact, just a quick one, my friend.
Yeah.
Some referees in the Volta region who are being paid 30 Ghana cedis.
Huh?
30 Ghana cedis per match.
What division is
this? The RFA League, that's Division 2.
Okay.
We're demanding increment from 30 cedis to 50 cedis. The RFA said we could only add them 5 cedis.
It's like the Loading Boys story that I heard. So Loading Boys in some cocoa community were going on strike. And what's the problem? They were paying them 50 pesos per bag that they load, and they said they should take it to 2 cities. The people said they'll add 10 pesos.
In fact, one of the referees called me and was lamenting. He was lamenting to me as though I'm the FA official.
Bruce in whatever says the guy said Kwesi Appiah should be fired if he fails to qualify the Sudanese team to the AFCON. Do you see the Ghanaian mentality? That is why our team is where it is. Kwesi Appiah is doing well. Let's be positive about our own instead of trying to talk them down. Thank you, Ambrose, for your message. This message says, this is BB from Oyarifa, who says any hospitality that is not structured is lawlessness. Okay. Thank you very much.
It's not. There's culture. You people read and learn too much from Europeans. Their culture is not. It's not. Social is not even good enough. The way they relate to people is not the best. But we have copied theirs blindly. The way we relate is a lot better on the human level.
Right.
It doesn't mean lawlessness. We are hospitable. We are nice people. Culturally, that is how we live. But if we want to run things professionally, we need to situate it into our cultural context and build systems that does not put people in the cultural line and to jeopardize or complicate the way they work. That is why our systems don't work. Our society doesn't work.
Our good friend Said Adamu says the FIFA subvention has a component for professional league management. This includes the paying referees. So if the FA can't pay referees, then we must all go back to the GFA budget for the year and see if refereeing was captured and where it was projected to get that money from. That's a very interesting
I do have a copy of that. I can pull it up.
All right. That's
But how can you go and announce that you are increasing salary? You don't know where the money is coming from. Masa, you see, it's all these things.
Listen, guys, give me 1 second. We'll be right back here on Game Plan to look at that Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight. Hey, see, look at the tour. Who is winning?
Masa, it be social media fight.
If you go slap him, so what?
Okay, guys, give me 1 second. We'll be right back.
A child who will live long needs no charm. Nana Sase, the writer king who sips communion wine from the calabash, invite you to Mental Pictures 8, a colorful night of literary renditions and cultural expressions dubbed Bejina Reloaded, the child who will stay. Date 22nd November 2024. Venue La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. Time 6 p.m. Secure your seat with 100 Ghana cedis and experience this night of Ghanaian and African folklore embodied in poetry, dance, music, and your best imagination. Call 0244-924932 for tickets and all enquiries, or purchase your tickets on short code *365*88*539#. Sponsors: Ghana Export Promotion Authority.
Media partners: Channel 1 TV, Hits FM, Joy FM. Partner: Labari Beach Hotel.
This event is powered by Asase Inscription, Ghana's first literary coaching agency and cultural consultancy.
All right, welcome back. This is Game Plan on 99.7 Joy FM. Since we are on the conversation of referees, I will just let you in on the fixtures for the Ghana Premier League this weekend so that you can keep an eye out for any of those matches. You can go and watch any of them. It's Kumasi Asante Kotoko, they'll be looking to stop the rotten form. They play against Nations FC, of course, and that's a big game for them. They cannot afford to lose that. If they lose that, that could spell doom and trouble for them. They take on Nations FC at home on Sunday. Brecum Chelsea, they're up against Bechem United. Karela take on Hearts to Folk. Hearts are looking to make it 3 wins out of 3. So far, it seems they've turned their season around a little bit. Legon City's host, Holy Stars Mediama, they are also looking to stop a bit of a rotten run. They've won 1 in the last 5 matches, so it's not looking good. Their host, Bibiani Gold Stars, who are top of the league table. Defending champion Samatex welcome Young Apostles, who have a new coach. Their coach left last week, and then Vision FC take on Dreams FC as well. There's one game on Saturday, and that is in Shwateman against Aegina Stars. That's tomorrow. Then there's Accra Lions against Heart of Lions as well. The Battle of the Lions, that's at 6 p.m. at the University of Ghana Stadium, and that match will be under the floodlights tomorrow at the University of Ghana Stadium. Lions are not doing so good. They are in the bottom 3 of the table at the moment. They have just 8 points from 10 matches this season. Listen, guys, there's a... What is in your heart, Muftawu?
What is in my heart is that...
You have 2 minutes.
George Afriye responded to the GFA misconduct charges.
Okay.
And he told them that his definition of match manipulation, in fact, he quoted FIFA for them. He said FIFA, according to FIFA, when you say a match has been manipulated, it is the action of an individual that influences the outcome of the game. So matches under Keto Kreku have been manipulated. Their outcomes have been manipulated. According to him, the FA decisions regarding referees. So he cited 2 instances. One, which was 2021-2022 season, where he said that the FA sanctioned some referees because the FA believed that the decisions of the referees dictated the outcome of the game.
Okay.
So it clearly meant that the outcome of the game was manipulated.
Yes.
So if he goes on radio and say the outcome of matches under Ketekreku are manipulated, why are they coming after him? He started other
because there's judgment that
justifies his position.
Exactly. Okay.
He also cited the example of McDan. He said McDan said Chachano Dos or leak no. Did you charge him?
He's not a member of the association.
Tamakloe said the league Samatex won what league? Did you charge him?
He is a member of the association, so that was
Alaji
that should have been done.
Alaji Gruza. So he gave about 5 different instances where some comments were made about the league and the FA kept quiet. For him, they decided to charge him because they believe that he is against the system and that he is not against the system. In fact, you have a copy of that.
You're saying that he says he's targeting.
He said he's targeting. So the FA should stop targeting individuals and fight the system because he is also part of the system and they need to clear the system together. He sent links to the Ghana Football Association and said, if you have not seen them, these are links. Go and read. So he has referred them there. Okay, now this is my point. Fentuo.
What, the one that is in your heart?
The one that is clearly in my heart. If there are instances where the FA has sanctioned referees because their actions influence the outcome of a game,
or even compromise the integrity of the match.
Compromise the integrity of a match. And the Ghana Football Association decides to take action against such officials. Then what must be done is that you need to be very consistent. And in fact, many referees have also complained many times how the outcome of matches have been influenced by other officials and they are let go. But the FA will come after you if the outcome of a game is influenced by another person who they believe is not in their good books. These are some of the claims of referees. In fact, one of those referees was sanctioned last season. In fact, he was banned for a year from football. to date, he's not back to football. He tried reaching FIFA. When he wrote to FIFA, FIFA asked him to write to the FA. I think that the FA will need to be very consistent in terms of how they deal with these issues, instead of going after individuals. In fact, George said one thing that was quite unfortunate, that even the referees appointment committee chairperson, club owners often call them to say that give me this referee, and they'll give that referee to that club administrator. George Afriyie is not just any other person within the industry of football to be making such claims. And these claims can impact the image of the game negatively. In fact, he charged the prosecutor, the GFA prosecutor, to go through the phone of the GFA referees appointment committee chairperson. Wow. That if he is lying, they should go through the phone. And he said he has some of the messages, and that if they do not believe him, he is willing to appear before them with such evidences. These are not the things we need for our game. We're just into like 10 matches into the new season. And this is the competition that, Fentuo, you had a podcast for the Ghana Premier League. I had one. We covered this league religiously. It has catapulted many of us. But it is a competition that at this point sometimes is quite difficult to defend.
The whole country to speak on the game.
Sicho.
I got a good experience.
I got to know Bechem because of Ghana Premier League. I didn't know anything about Bechem. I went to Sogakope because of Ghana Premier League.
I had the best food in Ghana because of Ghana Premier League.
But all of a sudden, many people
see that chopper way did it.
Many people are beginning to grow cold feet towards the competition because of these things.
Not beginning to.
Have already.
It has finished.
So sometimes it becomes quite difficult to defend the competition because this is a competition that gave many of us opportunities to grow.
At the end of last season, I didn't like the conversation that surrounded the end of last season.
Yeah.
You didn't like the conversation, or you didn't like what you saw?
I didn't like what I saw, and I didn't like the conversations that it evoked. There were numerous Twitter spaces, and all everybody was lamenting about was the very suspicious nature of those last round of matches.
Friends, I said it, football is the most unpredictable sport. If people can predict the 8 games you have over a weekend and tell you who will win, and even tell you that this will score first, that will score second, like this team will score first 2 goals, the game will end 4-2 or 3-2.
There's a problem.
There's a big problem. How can you predict 8 games?
And a football fan will be seated there saying, Obeji penalty, Weji.
Yes, yes. It's on video. It's on video. The guy is recording that referee Obeji penalty.
Clearly, listen. I don't like these conversations. They are very uncomfortable because clearly, like
that's why it is in my heart.
Like Muftawu spoke passionately. This is a competition that stands so much for Ghana football, and we are just a few changes away from, running a league that is obviously very highly regarded in terms of integrity. But I think we've corrupted it with personal interest, and it's too many. It's riddled with too many problems. And every time we start to have a conversation about the Ghana Premier League, you inadvertently end up only talking about the problems.
You are sanctioning referees because when they make very suspicious mistakes and they are called in front of the committee to go and explain them, so they are giving funny reasons. You are sanctioning them, you are taking them off games, you are banning them, but you are not paying them for 5 months. So where is the issue? No, this thing I don't understand. No, the people in charge of the league, no, they are the problem. Then you can't guilt trip as Boga. The thing I say they should fix the thing. When they finish fixing it, then we can talk positive about the thing. But until then, you can't ask any well-meaning Ghanaian to look at the thing and lie to themselves that the thing is good. Oh, but the thing I say, Massa, fix the thing, pay them and stop the thing. And you are taking salary, you are telling me it's hard times. Have you heard some before?
Thank you, Ranike. Said Adam say he himself, he has transported some referees in his Corolla before.
I'm telling you.
When you're making,
bro, I'm telling you.
He's transported them before.
A lot of people who listen and watch the game on TV have not been around the game enough to know what these people go through. So they say referees are corrupt. But if they are corrupt, there's a reason why they are corrupt. There's a
5 months without salary. How do you expect him to?
2014, 2015, 2016. The way we covered Ghana Premier League.
It was huge. Anyway, thank you, Muftawu, for your very dispassionate take. Thank you, Danny K. Thank you, Sicho. We have live commentary of Ghana against Angola at 7 p.m. tonight here on 99.7 Joy FM. But this has been game plan and is sponsored by Betway and Patreon. So my name is Fentuo, Tahiru Fentuo, Muftawu, Daniel, and Sicho Fefele were my guests. We're back again next Friday. This show will be available as a podcast on all podcast platforms, and the video will be uploaded on the Joy News YouTube channel, so you can watch back at your convenience. We're back again next Friday. Until then, do take care, and bye-bye.